is going on, people? How are you doing? My God, what a Sunday it was. Oh. So, first things first, I had to go to work like normal, but man, there was some bad shit going down Sunday, boy. People everywhere. um, I almost got in an accident, and then I saw, or not saw, but heard a a motorcycle crash into a truck on a two-way road. You know, like one road going this way, the other one coming the other way. Well, I passed a truck, like could hear a motorcycle go past me, and when I heard him go past me, all I heard after that was boom. So, I mean, there was a lot of bad, shit going on. And then all of a sudden, I'm at a red light, and then I hear boom, another accident. All of a sudden, not even 2 seconds later, I get hit, and I'm in an accident. Talk about some bad shit going on that night. Okay? Now, there's my car here, the car behind me, and the car behind there, right? The car in the very back, like, just bam, whams the shit out of this guy in a red Mazda. His car's hit so hard that it hits mine. It's hit hard enough that when it hits mine, it moves mine forward. That's what happens. I've been in that kind of accident where I'm the guy who gets the blunt force of the main part of the accident. Sorry about the coughing, but anyway, when I was involved in this kind of an accident, I was the middle car, and I had a Saturn, and it destroyed it. Okay, it literally looked like an accordion when it happened, and this was a couple of years ago. So this time I was the front person, not the middle. Okay, and each time it's not been my fault. Now I have been in contact with the insurance people on that end, and I've got to call them tomorrow and talk to them and all that fun shit, and that's gonna be taken care of. And ooh, that's gonna be so much fun because the other time when it wasn't my fault, then all they wanted to do was jerk me around and jerk everybody involved around, and that was a load of shit. Liberty, fuck you guys. Anyway, this time State Farm, they're actually on top of their shit. They want to get this thing handled, all that good shit. I'm not gonna say they want to get it settled for unreasonable, but they want to be on top of everything. So good looking out. And because I take certain medications, first thing I did was run to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. I got a CT scan, and because I was on the job, they were like, "Well, even though it wasn't your fault, we're gonna have you take a drug test." And I'm like, "Do what you gotta do." But if anything comes back, I need to know because I only have shit that I have prescriptions for. The drugs that I'm on are given to me by a doctor, and the fact that I'm on these won't allow me to drink, won't allow me to do anything. So if it shows anything in my system, then something's wrong with your test. And I was like, it is not unusual for a test for me for some reason. I don't know why this is, but it is unusual for me to take a test when I'm clean and come back for something positive in my system. I don't know why that is, but I've taken a drug test clean and it show up with shit in my system. However, I've taken drug tests dirty and the tests come back clean. That's fucking weird. And that has happened on more than one occasion. I've passed Walmart's, Kroger's, um, and passed them flying colors, taking them dirty as a motherfucker. You feel me? Like a chalkboard. I almost said bird. Chalkboard. Okay, like, wiping them down with them damn erasers. You remember the motherfuckers back in the day do the clap clap and fucking everything. You couldn't breathe because it's damn chalkboard. You dig what I'm saying? Like that kind of dirty. You feel me? So I could be clean, but the test come back saying I'm dirty. No. Even though I'm not dirty, that's just what happens with me. Cause I took a clean, like I was clean, and I took a test for when I worked at Travel Centers of America, a gas station stop or truck stop, if you will, and it said that I was dirty, and I'm like, no, cause I'm on two types of medication. There's no way in hell that I'm dirty. I'm like, those medications are what you're seeing. So I'm not dirty, I'm clean. And they were like, well, we can retest you for $150. And I was like, bitch, I'm not paying $150 for you to tell me that I'm dirty when I know I'm clean. I was like, I'll give you my prescriptions, but I'm not fixing to take a fucking drug test again. I know I'm clean. You're telling me I'm not? Your fucking fault. So, um, that has me a little concerned because, like I said, I've passed drug tests, both swab and piss. Dirty as hell. Passed. Flying colors. And I failed them clean. So I'm just a little concerned about that. Just a little bit. And I'm not shy about that. I'm not shy about that. I'm not ashamed of it at all. Because I'm like, if I can fail these clean, then there's something wrong with the test. You know what I mean? So, that being said, um, I felt like giving y'all just a little bit of what's been going on. You know, how my Sunday went. Pardon me. You know, first of all, it was a low impact uh, hit. You know what I mean? But low impact accidents do have a lot of injuries. They do sustain a lot of stuff. And when you're on, you know, like medications like blood thinners and stuff like that, in my case, I am on blood thinners because I have a family medical history in my case. So I of course freaked out and went directly to the ER and was like, let's do whatever we got to do. Make sure there's nothing wrong because it was a low impact part on my end, and I've not had any problems with these thinners, but I've never been in an accident since I've been on them. So I was like, let's make sure, do whatever you got to do, and they were like, okay. And even the doctor was like, why are we doing all that? I was like, because I'm on thinners. I'm on blood thinners. And he was like, okay, gotcha, bam. Yes, no problem. We'll do all, you know what I mean? So he did everything, and everything came back fine. He was like, so all you're experiencing right now is just back pain? I was like, yeah, right now it's back pain. He was like, okay, that may change, you know, in like, pardon me, a day or two. And I was like, I understand that because I've been in more than one accident. I was like, it was a couple years ago. I was in the same kind of accidents I was in today, only I was the middle car, not the first car. And he was like, okay, so you kind of know what to expect. I was like, yeah, considering that accident, I got the, you know, full force of the hit, not the, you know, after hit. So I'm like, it's a little different considering it's a lower impact, but at the same time, back then, I wasn't on as much medication. I was on only the thing for epilepsy, not the blood thinners. You feel me? Giving y'all more in depth who I am. You know what I mean? And with epilepsy, you know, there's a lot of stuff people don't tell you, and the uh, medical, I guess, field doesn't want to tell you. Like, throughout my 20s, I wasn't on medication. I'm 33 now. I wasn't on medication throughout my entire 20s. Um, because throughout my entire 20s, I was smoking weed. Like, pretty much before I turned 20 till the day I turned 30, I was smoking weed like a motherfucker. Um, I never touched loud. I never did anything outside of weed. Never was curious about any of that. So when people tell me it's a gateway drug, I laugh at them because shit. Because it's just funny, okay? I've never been curious about any white powder, meaning cocaine, meth, uh, heroin, none of that. I've never been curious about any of that. I stuck to weed, okay? And being that I'm, epileptic and all that, and I play video games, people are like, how do you play video games? Do you get epilepsy? I'm like, it's very simplistic, you know? Um, I, I don't know what triggers I have versus whatever, I know some people know triggers and stuff like that. Me, I'm completely different. Um, but I mean, through all that and going to the hospital for tonight, I had to let them know that, hey, no, I take these two medications, and one of them is the reason I'm here versus the other one. And, you know, luckily my car was not completely messed up from being hit. It was just a low impact thing. Um, I mean, it looked like I scratched, but that's about it. But like I said, low impact does have an impact on the person. And when I'm in my car, I kind of sit low. You know what I mean? I kind of get in my car, lean back a little bit, so my arm is stretched all the way out. So I'm kind of leaning, and even now, my back is still sore. So, I'm not trying to do anything out of what I normally would. So, what I'm you know, I mean, people at work were like, man, you okay? I'm like, well, I have back pain and that's about it, but I want to make sure that everything else is cool. And I understand people at, your job and shit want to make sure their ass is covered, but you don't want to play the risk game. And a lot of jobs don't understand that. And my job specifically is delivery, okay? Let me elaborate here. My job is delivery, and apparently it's fine, I guess. When I had a clot when I first started, it was fine because I didn't get it while I was there, and they understood. I was out for like 2 weeks, but getting in an accident, right? And explaining to him, hey, I had to go to the hospital, make sure everything's cool because I'm on thinners, and he doesn't understand what that means. I'm like, hey, I'm on these blood thinners. I need to go check out, make sure everything's good, and make sure, a low impact thing doesn't affect nothing. You know, he's not understanding what I'm saying. And I'm trying to spell it out, form it out, spelling out anything because where I work, there's not really any kind of, you know, isolation from me talking to, the boss. And I'm not trying to have everybody in my business. I'm obviously talking to you, but that's different. So I'm not trying to have everybody at work just coming up to the door to listening to me talk. You dig what I'm saying? I have no problem talking to everybody at work. If I'm talking to everybody at work, I'm talking to everybody at work. But when I'm telling him this, he's trying to figure out a way to make it to where I can stay there and not go and get checked out. You feel what I'm saying? Now, to me, that's wrong. Okay? If somebody's in an accident and they do delivery, regardless of the name on the fucking marquee and the name of the company, send that motherfucker to the ER. Even if there's nothing wrong with them, send that motherfucker to the ER to cover your ass. This is my message to all companies. Send that motherfucker to the ER to cover your ass. Because if it comes back that motherfucker has problems and it gets found out that he was on the clock and you didn't do your part to cover your ass, that's your ass. You get what I'm saying? Because all it's going to take is for them to go, did this happen on the clock? Yeah. Did they not tell you to go to the ER? Well, no. Bam, right there. They have all they need to know. No, they didn't tell me to go to the ER. No, they just kept me there. And I just progressively got worse. Well, why didn't you go to the ER? Because nobody let me go. And it can build from there. So if somebody gets hurt on the job, the first thing you should do is send that motherfucker to the ER, regardless of the job. And I hate being the person to call the companies out like this, but you know who you are. And a lot of companies do that. A lot of them will send a motherfucker to the ER for a slip and fall just because they gotta cover their ass. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you watch my past videos, you probably know who the fuck I work for. So again, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I didn't want this video to go on too long. I just want to let you know what had been going on from Sunday to now. And that's what's been going on. I'm going to upload this video and I'm going to do 2 reviews. They're both going to be movie reviews, and I'm about to give out some digital codes. I don't know if this has a digital. It does. So I'm going to be giving out 2 movie codes, Girls Night and Girls Trip, Girls Trip and Fist Fight. Those will be coming as soon as this one comes up, because I just watched both of those. I've never seen them before. I just finished watching Fist Fight and I watched Girls Trip first. So I'm going to review those after I upload this. I don't know in which order I'll do them, but those will be up as soon as I get this one up. But I just want to let y'all know what's going down and how fucked up Sunday was. Because I was supposed to close. I wasn't even supposed to leave till about 1:30. I ended up leaving at about 9. Just to give you some kind of idea of what the hell. You dig what I'm saying? So, anyway, deuces.